Greetings, Trigon shareholders and other stakeholders. We have a very important announcement this morning, really in a continuation to our operational update that we provided last month. Work is continued, and we've ramped down into the Kavango Pit, and we've started producing ore from that area. The ore is more consistent and higher grade than we have seen in the central pit, which is very much a positive. So much so, we are changing our mine plan to mine exclusively from the Kavango Pit area. As we discussed last month, we had hoped to supplement our production in the central pit with additional tons from the Kavango Pit, but we now are looking at an opportunity where if we were to mine exclusively from the Kombat trend mineralization, which would be the Kavango Pit, East 900, and the ore capping zone, we can target much lower operating costs than we're presently forecasting. Currently, our mine plan coming from the central pit with supplemental ore, we were hoping to get operating costs around $3.30 to $3.50 per pound. At today's copper price, that would be break even, and we run the risk of going back into a working capital shortfall. By changing our mine plan and focusing on these higher grade and more tabular bodies, we have an opportunity to take our mine costs down to the $2.60 to $2.80 range. This is really an opportunity we can't pass up. In the current copper price environment, staying the course and continuing to produce, we run the risk of burning the precious capital that we have. By making the tough decision here and refocusing our operations around higher grade and more consistent ore, we have an opportunity to come back as a much stronger operation. In doing so, we will be pushing back our announcement of commercial production. We will pause mining operations at Kombat, focus in on drilling out the Kombat trend mineralization. We'll continue to do more exploration in and around the existing infrastructure, and look to restart operations in 6 to 9 months. I'd encourage you to take a look at our press release out this morning, Tuesday, August 2nd. It details what we're looking at here and what we're doing. The 6 to 9 month pause gives a window for our contractors so that they'll be in a position that we can call them back when we restart operations. Also gives us time to build out a mine plan around this new higher grade, more consistent mineralization. And in the interim, we will continue our exploration around the existing infrastructure, and then work on some processing techniques for the central pit mineralization. We believe there's still ways that we can bring operating costs down there now that we have a better understanding what we're dealing with in the central pit. As always, thank you for your attention. There'll be more details around the Kavango Pit mineralization and the Kombat trend mineralization. We'll be regularly putting out results in that, and then we've also started work in Morocco, so stay tuned for news around that. Thanks for your time and attention.